Let us see war in Iraq and Afghanistan, how they are though very similar but still very different and difficult. The first thing that the administration should do is that we should wait for a stable government in Kabul to be in place so that they are ready to work with American and international forces to provide stability in the country. Until the government is in place in Kabul, we should not be sending our more troops to Afghanistan. Security in Afghanistan and Iraq, though very different, are very much related. So I urge the administration to adopt a new strategic approach and deploy FEB policy. Before I explain what is FEB policy, let me explain where we stand in these two theaters of war. In Afghanistan, we are far from security and stability, whereas in Iraq, we have security and would like to continue the stability. So we can redeploy some troops from Iraq to Afghanistan, as we don't need 150,000 troops sitting in Iraq. As I said, that in Iraq we have security and would like to continue the stability, so we don't need 150,000 troops sitting there. We can manage security in Iraq by just 50,000 troops. So this is what I propose. We should have in Iraq a central command headquarters, which is right here, central command headquarters, that will have 25,000 troops with all the firing capabilities and all the firepower. Then we should have 4 regional commands that will be North, West Regional Command, Northeast Regional Command, Southwest Regional Command, and Southeast Regional Command. Each regional command will have 5,000 troops under their control. Out of the 5,000, they will keep 2,000 in the central location, and they will deploy 1,000 in each in 3 places. That will be called local command under their jurisdiction. So these local commands will have 1,000 each, and here in regional command they will have 2,000 troops, and they will have all the firepower that they need. And the last but not the least, there should be 5,000 mobile command, and mobile command will have all the firepower, and they can help, they will be required to help each place wherever the need arises. So they will be mobile and they will be moving from place to place as the needs arises in any of the local command or the regional commands. And the same thing can be employed in Afghanistan, but only after the security is achieved. To achieve the security in Afghanistan, we need at least 40 to 50,000 or 30 to 50,000 troops on the ground, so that they can go from place to place, home to home, village to village, and build the confidence and drive out Al-Qaeda and more than Al-Qaeda, Taliban extremists who are disturbing the whole area and creating problem for all the international force. Before we can have stability in Afghanistan, we have to have 30 to 40,000 surge troops that will bring the stability and security under control. These 30 to 40,000 troops will be going from village to village, from house to house, and strike a deal for mutual help and to remove the fears from the local population that Taliban may come back. This is the place where we have to use the principle of FEB, and I'm going to explain you the FEB, what it stands for. But this is another diagram where it shows how the 50,000 people, the 50,000 troops will be employed here. So let's see what is FEB. Earlier we were talking that we have to deploy or employ or follow the policy and strategy of FEB. Let me try to explain what is FEB and what the FEB stands for. The history shows that we have used all the different types of strategy, tactics and weapon to prevail and to win over evil. The good has to prevail, so we have to open our minds and hearts, and we have to be wise enough to achieve success with minimum loss to our troops and minimum collateral losses. So here is the place where we can use the policy of FEB or the strategy of FEB. FEB stands for F is feed the needy or feed the people, those who are hungry. The mind does not work properly. The history shows us that we have used different type of strategy, tactics and weapons to prevail, and for the good to win over the evil, we have to do whatever it takes so that the good can prevail. We have to open our mind and hearts, and we have to be wise enough to achieve success, and we have to make sure that we have minimum loss of troop and collateral damage is minimum. So here is what the FEB stands for. The F stands for feed the needy. If the stomach is hungry, the mind doesn't work properly. So F stands for feed the needy or feed the hungry. The second alphabet is E, which is educate the women and children, because women and children, they are the future of the world. They take care of the home and they take care of the future generation. So educate them so that they don't fall the victim of Taliban's. The next letter is B. B stands for booze, and that means provide the booze to adult to get rid of the poppy crop. So let's provide the booze to the adult population so that they don't grow the poppy crop. B, the next B, we will discuss in person to get rid of people, those who are committed to commit suicide. They have a reason why they would like to go ahead and commit suicide. So the second B, we will discuss with the people individually. And the last letter also is B, which stands for bomb. And that means if nothing works, use the bomb. So again, FEB policy, first F is feed the needy, educate the women and children, provide the booze to adults. The second B, we will discuss with the suicide bomber and see why they are ready to kill themselves, and we will provide them here. And the last B is bomb or use the force if nothing else works. So again, FEB policy, first F is feed the needy, educate the women and children, provide the booze to adults. The second B, we will discuss with the suicide bomber and see why they are ready to kill themselves, and we will provide them here. And the last B is bomb or use the force if nothing else works. Thank you.